strange if they stay back at work, but all your troubles are behind you now.
I'm not so sure. The lads have got long memories.
They'll still make nasty remarks, you mean?
They'll still get stick about Craig, won't they?
Well, the sergeants will be all right. I mean, you've been suspended and you've had your punishment now.
I'm not sure it works like that. It's going to be dead awkward not walking in, innit?
Well, I'll cheer you up tonight. I might go to the hairdressers and I'm making plans for the garden in the summer.
Well, sounds like you'll have a good time then.
Oh, you'll be all right. It's a new start. Just think of it like that.
Ta-ra.
Sure.
The battery's flat, isn't it? Let's put it off the road, actually. It won't do the engine any good, you know.
I had no choice, did I? Jimmy broke the law driving around without a licence. All the same, though, he was working hard, you know. It wasn't a simple decision.
Never are, though, are they? Moral choices, never are. I know that to my cost.
Yeah, but you're a broken nose's own mind, aren't you?
I had a decision to make about my brother. Had to... well, betray him, really, in the end. It's not too strong a word. It was him or Barbara, in a way.
Yeah, but now you're getting into family loyalties, aren't you, John? That's something else altogether.
Yeah, but I did the dirty on him, you see. I feel dreadful about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Look at me, I had that bust up with our Michael, now he's disappeared. And I'll tell you what, mate, life's too short for guilt. Forget it.
Sammy, where are you going?
The shops.
You can't keep avoiding me, we've got to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Well, when then, Sammy, when? No one spoke to me all weekend. No one's had the guts, not you or your dad.
I said not now.
You can't go ignoring it forever, you know. I didn't go near any teenage schoolgirl.
Hello. What are you doing here?
I'm just visiting.
Jacqueline, you are never just visiting. Now, what do you want?
Oh, well, look, is it all right if I go out tonight?
Jackie, you know it's a school day, don't you? And I don't let you gallivanting.
Yeah, well, I won't be late, honest.
I suppose you'll be seeing your new boyfriend, will you?
Oh, I see. And have we had the pleasure of meeting him yet?
Dad, you knew you haven't.
Well, might we have the pleasure then?
What? Him come round here and me introduce him to you?
Yeah. And then after we met him, we can say, can't we? If you can go out with him or not.
Anyway, I'll have to go see Sammy, see you, DD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Seen you for ages. How's it going?
Oh, okay. How about you?
Never been better.
Oh, good.
Oh, we've lost touch a bit, you know. It's a shame. Got loads to tell you.
784, please.
What about your love life?
Yeah? Oh, are you seeing someone?
Off and on. Actually, we've got a few problems, but we'll be on a stronger, you know.
Tom. Well, listen, we'll have to have a chat sometime,
Yeah.
all right? See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Dee, have you got the stock sheet?
Yeah, it's here.
What's this? One measly loaf for bread? Is Maxie on short time or what?
No. Everything's fine. See ya.
Dee, your gob is tripping you up.
What's she up to? Something's happened.
Maybe she's happy to spite you.
She seems so confident. Why? If she hasn't seen old Derek.
Leave it, eh, love?
Do you think something's happened that I don't know about?
Could be. Go on, torment yourself. That way you might be happy.
The surprise is going to be the last thing to
I think it makes you feel worse, you know. Sat at home watching telly all day.
I've sent all my job applications off. What more can I do? I can't just go knocking on people's doors, you know, saying my wife's pregnant, gives a job, can I?
I know that. I wasn't criticising.
Weren't you? The only one who wasn't. And thank God you're out for us on a driving trip. At least that takes the pressure off me for a while.
Look, Alan, you know why my dad's upset. And it isn't because you're out of work.
I know. He believes that Leanne won. I mean, he thinks that I'm the type of fella to go behind your back when you're having my baby and have sex with a 15-year-old schoolgirl.
He doesn't really think that.
Yes, he does. And Katie does too. And you half thought it and all.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. The way you've been acting towards me. I mean,
could you think such a thing? I'd be capable of that.
Well, there's no smoke without fire.
And what's that supposed to mean, eh?
Well, why would you say a thing like that if nothing had happened between you?
I keep telling you, I don't know.
Well, she wouldn't have just made it up if you had...
If I hadn't what?
Well, if you hadn't encouraged her at the start.
Girls like her don't need encouraging.
Well, Owen, if you knew that, why did you say you'd help her with her homework?
There was no harm in that, was there?
Well, you should have noticed. I mean, you saw she was coming on to you. Why didn't you just tell her to get lost?
Did tell her to get lost.
Not at the start, you did. Not from where I was sitting.
That was before I knew she was poison. Anyway, believe what you want. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, well, I think we ought to talk, and now.
How do you know? So now you want to talk? I've been put on trial, eh?
You are on trial. I mean, she's made an accusation. What if it gets taken up at school?
I know she's underage. And if Leanne keeps up this lie, I know the busies could knock at the door. I have thought of that. But I tell you what else I've thought of. If they do, how much support would you be, eh?
Oh, and I have got the baby to think of. I mean, I shouldn't be getting upset like this.
Don't be giving me all that, Sammy. I mean, you'd expect a wife to be loyal to her husband. There's got to be some plus in getting married.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Going to watch the snooker.
How's Derek?
Well, we've decided really to try and make a go of it, no matter what other people think. Problem is, it's just different for us. I've got to be so sure. He says I've got to be sure because there's so much at stake. Can't just get on with it like ordinary people do.
Yeah, but if you don't get on with it like ordinary people do, how will you find out if you're sure or not?
Yeah,
Where are you up to with your mother?
that's another story.
She doesn't know that he's a priest yet, does she?
Oh, what do you want me to do? Chase after her and tell her?
Well, she'll have to know sometime.
I'm scared. I'm scared of everything.
Yeah, I think I would be too if I was your age.
Patricia, do you think I'm mad to even try?
It's a huge commitment. If you're going to take him away from the church.
Will it last, you mean?
Well, you've got to be sure that the fact that he's a priest isn't part of the attraction. You know, the lure of the unattainable.
No. Father Thornton said that once. It just isn't true.
But from Derek's point of view, you are the forbidden fruit. Could add an excitement, a glamour. You've got to get to know him as a person first, and he you, just in a very ordinary way.
Yeah, but I mean, it's difficult. We can't meet in an ordinary way. I mean, I know what you're saying, and you're right. It's just so hard when you have to hide all the time.
You need somewhere private to meet. Sort of sanctuary.
Yeah, but where?
I'll be with you in a few minutes. Hugh, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you at work, but I can't get hold of John.
He could be anywhere, you know, John. He'll find a million things to do rather than be stuck in the house.
Well, I'd like to see him.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Hugh.
How are you?
He had to tell them, Hugh. He had to tell the investigators where you were. I mean, really, when it came down to it, it was either you or us.
That's custom for excise people. Been shut up with him all day. Look, I'd really like to talk to John.
All right, but come this evening. I'm sorry, but I'm busy now. I have a pupil waiting.
Will you tell him, please?
Yes.
Thanks. See you later.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Leanne. Come in. Sit down. I went to see your year head. You know, we had to talk things through. You realise that what you say Owen did to you, it's a very serious allegation. I'm going to have to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Because if we feel your story's true...
It isn't a story.
Let me go on. If we feel it's true, then it has to go outside the school. Because it is a criminal offence. Social workers will become involved, and the police. A doctor might have to examine you.
How?
How do you imagine?
Owen didn't hurt me. There wouldn't be any bruises or anything. We were both lying on the floor.
Do you know what being a virgin means?
Of course, I'm not saying he was me first.
Oh, when was your first? Can you remember?
Ages ago.
Leanne, you said Owen had sex with you. What exactly do you mean by that? What happened?
You know, the obvious.
All right. I don't want you getting upset. So let's stick to the facts. Where did it happen?
In the house.
Where in the house?
In the living room.
Where in the living room?
On the sofa. I wouldn't have gone upstairs.
But you said it was on the floor.
I said it was on the sofa.
No, you said you both lay on the floor.
But then we moved. I was on the floor. That was when I started crying. And that was later.
Why were you crying?
I don't know.
Because he hurt you?
No, why do you keep saying that?
Boys can be rough.
I'm not a little girl, miss.
15 isn't exactly grown up.
I am. You ask me mates.
Is that why you can't admit the truth? Because it's too late to go back? After you told them all so many stories? It must be terrible to be trapped inside the lies you've told. And never to be able to tell the truth, even though you may want to. Is that how you're feeling now, Leanne? Because you can tell me, you know. I won't think any the less of you. Leanne, you're still a virgin, aren't you?
Oh, miss, can't you understand?
Yes, I do understand the pressure from your friends to keep up appearances. But just think of the damage you've done. Not just to Katie's sister and her husband, but to Katie as well.
Katie believed me. But when I said he kissed me, she believed me. And then it got all out of hand. And then he chucked me out the house, and everyone was in the street, all on me back, saying I was a liar. What else could I say? I couldn't just stop lying then, could I? Oh, miss, I didn't mean any harm, and I didn't want any of this to happen.
Oh, Leanne.
Well, if you can't come, you can't, that's all.
Oh, well, what did you think you'd do tonight anyway? Nothing special then?
Nick says he might get his brother's car.
What's that?
Yeah, just have a run out somewhere, maybe not.
Hey, well, look, I really want to come, but my dad can be dead tight. Like, if he thinks he's not right for me or something.
What, he comes on heavy?
Yeah, a bit.
So what would he object to, like?
Well, if he thought you were too old or something.
And am I?
Well, it depends. Depends on whether you really are 19 or 17, like, I think.
And why do you think?
Well, because you only left school last year. Shelley Cawthorne told me.
Oh, God, what else has she been saying?
Yeah, she thought you were dead ugly.
Yeah, I bet.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt, but, are you the young man who's keeping my daughter away from Airy Vision?
Dad, I'm doing want to get back.
All right, Jackie, all right. Let's all be pleasant, shall we? So, introductions.
This is me dad, Dad. This is Dad.
Hi, Darren. Depressing sort of place to meet, isn't it? Are you a yodeler, then?
No.
I just thought, you know, there might be an echo, you know, that's why you like tunnels. Hello, G.
Dad?
I just suppose the name must kill your voice, eh?
Yeah, well, he's 17 and he's allowed to smoke.
Oh, yeah, he's allowed to kill himself. He can go on doing that all his life. Not that he's likely to live that long.
Free country, Mr. Dixon.
No, that's true, yeah. You will watch where you're going to chuck that empty packet, won't you?
Don't worry, I won't drop any litter. I mean, we must look after our environment.
But will you look after our Jackie? Now, that's the question.
Of course he will. Dad, can I go up tonight, please?
All right, we'll be back by 10.
10?
Yeah, that's what I said, 10. Jackie's got school tomorrow. Tell you what, on second thoughts, make that 9:30. Nice to meet you, Darren.
There you go, Mr. Sutton. Well, if you could just close the window for me. Thank you. Good night. Excuse me? Mr. Sutton, I think you should call the police.
Well, looking at your patio, I'd say it was sloping the wrong way.
Mr. Harrison, it's your roof that slopes. It's your conservatory. It's where all this water's coming from when it rains.
Yes, perhaps, but it's not draining away, you see. And that's because your patio is uneven.
We've never had any trouble before, like.
I wanted it really nice out here in the summer so we could sit out and eat. I wanted it to feel like we were abroad. It's not going to feel like Corfu for sat in wellies, is it?
Well, I promised to look into it, but it can't be now, I'm afraid. I'm busy with the evening meal.
Oh, you won't forget?
No, don't worry.
You are feeling better?
I don't think Mr. Harrison takes me seriously.
He does?
But with his wife being deputy head, I think he can guess I can't read and write.
Well, don't you think it's about time we did something about it? There must be classes at school or something. Adult literacy.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you don't think there are any?
I don't think I want to go.
But we can't keep putting it off, Diana.
Wait, it's me that's got to learn to walk into a crowded room with golfing faces.
But everyone will be in the same boat.
No, it'll be worse for me, I know it will. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because you've got yourself into a state and you think that you'll never be able to learn.
Rod, don't go mopping that puddle up. It's evidence.
He's still in there, I think. How much is he trying to rob?
Should be pretty secure in there until the police arrive. You won't find any other way out. They could be waiting for him, I suppose. Well, they'll have to wait a good long time.
The cow, she's got him trapped. Come on, move it.
Well, at least we've got one of them.
Like you were lying down upstairs, it's so quiet.
No, I've been thinking. I've been thinking about you. Would you like to meet Derek here?
What do you mean?
I mean, you need somewhere to meet Derek. A safe house, so what's wrong with this one?
Well, they found mine in Thomas.
Yeah, I know, but how often are we talking about?
Well, Derek gets one day off a week when he's travelled down here from Grasmere at a few hours a week, I suppose.
Well, I wanted to see more of Thomas, didn't I? Take him out a bit more often, and the grandparents could always help out. I don't see that's a problem.
He's a bit close to Dee Dee, though.
Oh, isn't she usually round at the shop when she's not at work?
You don't mind?
I'd like to help you.
Why? I mean, I could have never have imagined it before.
Before my illness, things change, priorities change. Some things become much more valuable.
I mean, look at them. Look at them, Owen. All your clothes, and you tell me you're not vain.
I take pride in our look. I've got to have pride in something, haven't I?
Yeah, well, it all fits in, doesn't it? I mean, you let Leanne make up to you because it made you feel good.
So, maybe I did. It's nice to have a bit of flattery for once, especially off someone so young. I mean, you want to have a look at yourself, Sammy. The way you play at keeping house. Dead twee. Everything's got a match. You know something, you're middle-aged, you.
I just wanted the room to look nice. I mean, somewhere for us.
That's right. Because it's our only room. Because it's your dad's house. Don't I know it, eh? Presiding over everything, pulling all the strings.
But it is his home, Owen. I mean, I don't play at keeping house, I do. And my dad and old Casey live here as well, not just us.
Well, that's good in a way.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, if we ever did split up, you wouldn't be lonely, would you?
Well, we won't.
It comes down to this. If you really love someone, and someone says something about them, you stand by their side. Were you on my side over this Leanne thing, were you? No. Where was your commitment, eh?
Don't talk to me about commitment. I mean, you wouldn't be married to me if it wasn't for this baby, would you? I mean, what sort of commitment's that? It doesn't mean you care for me or ever have.
You've got a short memory, Sammy.
Well, go on then, answer me. Why did you get married?
So this young thief just casually walked into school and expected to walk out with a computer?
It's happening everywhere. Thank goodness the caretaker was there. What a day. Now I can't get an answer from the Rogers.
I think Frank's working away.
Maybe, but there was a light on upstairs and what sounded like voices raised in anger. The newlyweds, I suspect.
Well, that's why they didn't answer the door.
Yeah, well, that's why I came away. I need to talk to them about Leanne. I need to tell them that she lied.
You can't do everything, love. It's bad enough you have to deal with thefts at school. There should be some security. Can't expect one caretaker to cope on his own.
Cutbacks. It's hard enough getting money for books. The cheek of it. That lad just marching out with a computer.
That's outrageous, isn't it?
I knew it would be tough. But sometimes I find myself thinking, what have I taken on?
It's you. You look tired.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I had to tell him where you were.
Yes, I know. Oh, I was naive. I thought I could get away with it the way the big boys do. I wasn't in their league.
Oh, sit down. Do you want some tea or coffee?
Coffee, please. Spent the whole day being questioned.
Yes, you said.
I felt sick most of the time.
It's hardly been a tonic for John either.
Listen, Barbara, you must believe me. It's just that I didn't think it through.
You thought enough to sell your house in England without even telling us. You knew the firm owed money. You knew that when creditors came to call, the person they would come to would be John.
No, I didn't think...
You presumed on his good nature, Hugh, the way you have done all your life. I resent it. I said he should tell them where you were. He would have gone on protecting you.
You know, if I told him that things were bad on the financial side, he would have just said, oh, well, they'll improve. He left it to me to sort it out. That's how he is.
He needs this retirement for his health. You've turned it into a nightmare.
No, that's far too strong. Look, I don't blame you. And anyway, I was culpable.
That's not true.
Yes, it was. I was half the business. It was my job to know what he was doing.
Look, we owe them 70,000. It'll ruin me, but, well, I was naive, stupid. I'll pay it and hope they don't impose penalty payments. My savings should just cover it.
You can't pay it all yourself.
Yes, he can, and he should.
But it's far too much.
It isn't. If he wants to, let him. I really think you should go now. You've made your decision.
Look, Hugh, at least stay and have your coffee first.
No. Barbara's right. I'll go now.
Look, I'm sorry.
You know, the night before our wedding, your own mother warned me that you were on the rebound. On the rebound from that dirty old man.
My mother was going to leave me dad. That's all she could think about. No one understood me over Tim, no one.
Well, certainly not me. I didn't even know. I was happy to get on with me life. I went back, got me A-levels, got a place at college, met a girl, everything was sound. Until one night you got drunk again and slobbered all over me.
You came back to me, and no one forced you to.
Bit underhand your methods though, weren't they? Like when you tried to trick me into your hotel room. I should have known the way your mind was going.
Oh, and please, don't. I love you. Don't be so angry.
I'm not angry with you. I'm angry with myself. I'm angry that anyone could be so weak and stupid.
What are you doing?
I'm packing up some of the stuff that you think I'm so vain about. And I'm going back to me mum's. It's not brilliant there, but it'll do.
You can't. I've only got 3 months to go.
Good time for me to leave then, isn't it? Because when it's here, I'm really stuck.
It's your baby.
So what? I could have others. How long did it take to make? A few lousy minutes, eh? Do you think I'm going to let them ruin the rest of my life? No chance. Why should I?
Adam conceives a dastardly plan to keep Grant out of the Iron Man competition in Home and Away next.